Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Milky Way idol market. Now, the market can be accessed by both market characters and iron cows. However, if you are on an Iron Man or Iron Cow, when you click an item, the option to buy or sell is going to be grayed out because you are solo self-found. However, you can use this as a guide to look at the item dictionary, see what the item is used for, where it comes from, and the different outcomes based on what you can do with alchemy with it. The only thing that you are allowed to buy as an Iron Cow is going to be cowbells. You can use these to buy cosmetics in the cowbell store or to give community buffs. If we switch over to a market character, this is where the market becomes extremely powerful for us. I am mostly a combat main. I don't do many of the other skills, so I rely on people that do cooking and do brewing, as well as enhancing, to facilitate the items that I am going to use. So I can click through and I can see these are the cakes that I use when I do combat. I can buy them straight out, immediate buy from the market for 1800 coins, or I can post a buy listing. Right now, there is a gap of 100 coins. I can try and buy this for in between for 1750. This little tag denotes that this is my listing. I can cancel it if I wish, or I can let it stick. We'll cancel it for now, and that's going to refund the full amount of the coins that I posted. You can also sell. If you click this button, right now, it wants to undercut the lowest price. And I can post right there, somebody can buy it for 1750. Or I can try and match to the rest of the economy, and I will go down to the bottom of the list. As these items get bought out, my item will travel further up the list. You can attempt to try and flip items in this game. And by flip, what I mean is, let's take the cakes as an example again. I can try and buy at 1700 coins a piece. If I then take those and try and sell them for 1800 coins, I would wind up with a 64 coin profit. There is a 2% tax on all items. The only item that has a different tax is going to be cowbells, which is at 18%. But you can make a small amount of coin for relatively cheap investment. As you get into more expensive items, that gap gets a little bit larger. So stone keys, for example, 1450, and if I were to sell at 1.5 million, I'd be getting 20,000 coins in profit. So there's a lot of options that you can use to try and do some small market manipulation. What you should be aware of is there is market history. So for instance, these stone key fragments were actually at 1.6 million. People were buying them for 1.5 million, and it suddenly dropped. This is a live market. It is interactive. So you are taking a risk in trying to do some kind of flipping, but there's also other items that you can attempt to do this with. For instance, this iWatch. Right here we can see the +2 iWatch is trying to sell for 8.4 million, and the highest buy price is 4 million. Even if you went and you tried to enhance it and you bricked it and it went down to a +0, A plus zero is currently selling for 7.6 million. If you bought that for 4 million, that is a 3.6 million coin flip. So you can do this with multiple items if you like, if you have enough bankroll to be able to afford it. But the biggest thing that most people are going to be using this for is specialization. Because as a combat main, I can go and buy all of my foods and all of my coffees. I do not need to have high cooking or brewing level. I do not need to make them on my own. Somebody else will make them for me. Somebody that makes them faster, cheaper, more efficient. I highly recommend taking some time and looking through the market and just trying to see if there's something that might be a little bit more valuable for your time with whatever process you're going through, as well as seeing if you might be able to spot an easy flip here and there. These coins aren't doing anything for me in my inventory. Might as well put them in the market and see if I can get an easy flip for a couple million. If you have any questions, definitely ask in beginner chat or leave a comment down below.